It is September. Can you believe it? I'm Pat Sloan and you are here for my dailies. My daily chat, my daily sort of sit and connect and talk about our quilt making and life. Sometimes life in general happens to creep in. And so I am super excited about the September calendar. I've got a little embedded sort of challenge for the month. So we're going to talk about that today and a few other things, including the Out West block for September. So if you haven't downloaded this, the link is below. You can download the calendar, and it's really easy, just one page. You can keep notes on it. If you are new here, this is something I've been doing almost since the beginning of the year, and it has been so much fun to have a focus, a daily focus, and do the daily video, except for on Sunday. I get to take a day off, and on Mondays they're in the evening, so you can go back and watch those. Okay, so how are we going to kick this off? I have gotten, you've got to see, organize 1 of 8. So that means 8 times this month, I am going to assign something for you to organize. Now, okay, so first, all of you people who never need to organize, I know there's those of you out there that just live organized all your life. Every single day, everything gets put away. You are, you can just find everything. Okay, so these days are not for you. On these days, you go and sew for 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes on those days. But the rest of the world, which is probably 99.999% of us, do have something to organize. If what I assign you've already organized, pick something else that you know needs done. So I'm going to give you a few days. So you have a few days in between each organized. It's broken down into 8 times during the month. And the kickoff is projects, because holy cow, and whoever thought up that saying holy cow, but it's so perfect. Holy cow, my project bins need some love. They need some love, because last month I did the Little Wishes quilt, and it was super fun to already have that UFO and get it out and actually finish it. But my project bins, because since I broke my wrist and I'm now doing recovery, I don't have any strength. I can't lift anything. I can't, I have a lot of therapy I have to do on them, which takes a lot of my day. And so my bins have gotten like out of control. So I'm just going to show you what some of my main project bins should be. These blue bins. I'm going to show them to you here. So these blue bins should be my main focus. This is where things should be. But what's happened is, like this is old stuff. This is a project we already did. We already did this project. But because I couldn't get in here, and in here I have like a second set of fabric that I thought would make a really cute. I've got this tulip pink fabric I thought would make a really cute Jolly Bar quilt, but this is actually something that's not really started. So my analysis of this bin is that I should get rid of this, put this with my stack of Jolly Bars, decide, this is like a layer cake, to either cut it into making my own Jolly Bar and kit this up to be another future kit, or put it back into my collections and not have it in this bin where it's not in progress. This bin should have something I'm actually working on in it, or something that's in progress, not something that hasn't been started or something that's finished. So that's the problem with this bin right now. I have more of these and more of them with problems. So you might have tote bags. Like this is a cross stitch bag. So in here is one of the cross stitch projects. I need to go and take all my cross stitch projects and put them in bags, the ones that are in progress, so that I can just get them. I've talked about that before, how that's just a great way to keep your cross stitch together. So I need to do that. I also found another blue bin. This one's super heavy, so Mr. Greg had to get that one down for me, because I can lift that first one I just showed you, but I can't lift this one. This one's got like all kinds of crap in it. It has a lot of like future projects. It's got a lot of patterns. It's got like books in here. So this is my dumping ground. And this is when I talked last month and we were taking our patterns, remember, and I showed you my magazine things, and I had patterns and pulls, and I sorted through those. So I sorted through all those, but I never got to this bin. So This bin I need to work through because there's stuff in here that I'm like, okay, it was a free pattern that came with like the sew sampler box, and like I don't need to keep those things. I can either put them in the thing for my eventual giveaways or send it down to a place that has like like they sell to make money for the museum, and so I could send it there. Anyway, whatever. I just need to get this bin so that it's a usable bin and not just like this dump zone, right, that it is right now. This is like the junk drawer of my project bins. And then I have more project bins over there. I'm going to take a picture for the cover of the video here, and I'll stand next to that tower and the one thing that's got all the blue bins. But all of my like red and white bins, that not the ones that are up here. I have the red and white bins up there, not those, but the ones I have on my other shelf. Those should be projects, but they're not. Some of them are other dump zones. So I need to work on that. Okay, so that's this. So 8 times this month we will have an assignment, and your assignment this time is to get some of your project bins under control. Like if you have too many to get under control, just pick some of them during the, like the worst ones. Those will be the best because they'll have the most impact to you. Okay? All right. So we also have, because I thought it would be fun and because I'm insane, to make the little Aurifil spools. And I didn't grab the paper. I can't reach it. It's over there. So yesterday I showed you on the fireside chat the spools. Plus, if you just I'd linked you to the count where you can get the calendar. You can download the pattern for this. But if you want to do one a day, this is the first, September 1st. So I will count the one I did to show you as my first. I don't know how many I'll make. I definitely am not going to make one a day. I'm just going to say that now. But it's fun if you wanted to use up scraps, you wanted to do some spools. I did cut and have ready a small grouping here. So there's 4 of them. And I did get those to this point. They still need... See, they're not sewn. So they still need sewn, so I could do those. I don't know. I have a place up on my wall, like up here, like, because this is a vaulted ceiling. See, when I show you up, I have got a vaulted ceiling. So there's an area, over here. See where that red one is starting? I can hang a spool quilt up there. I could do a long, skinny one. Anyway. Something will happen because they're so fun. They're designed by my friend Wendy Shepard for Aurifil. So when you download the pattern, you'll be going over to the Aurifil website to download it. All right. So do you like music? We're going to shift gears, sort of. Not really shift gears. So music, the music of the West. This is our next Out West block. It is number 9. There are 10 blocks. We'll have one more block in October, and then it's sort of a wrap-up post in November. So this is the music block. So if you love Western music, I would love to hear about it. Maybe tell me your favorite band or something like that, or favorite style maybe of Western music. I'm sure there's different styles of music. I'm not a huge music person, so I don't know. This is the layout. So if you have not downloaded the layout, it came out a couple months ago. So it's been available so that you could work on it because there's a little bit more to this layout. So you want to be sure you're working on that because that is something good that you need to have, the layout. And you want to be doing it now so that you're not all of a sudden at the end like rushing to make all those parts because it's a little bit more work. Now, I was trying to think of a quote the other day, and one of our friends wrote it in the YouTube comments, and I saw it. So I can't see, I miss a lot of comments because there's just so many, but I do skim through them and try to get a few. But I was thinking of this quote, and here it is. It was by William Morris, who was an arts and crafts, master arts and crafts designer. Think of William Morris fabrics, wallpapers, just Google William Morris. The quote is, "Have nothing in your house that you do not know to be useful and to believe to be beautiful." So that is what that is my goal. Everything should be, for me, beautiful and useful. If it's just useful and it's ugly, like an old butter dish that you're repurposing, I have no use for that. Yes, 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 I know. Some of you are going to hyperventilate, but you know, I would rather have something pretty, a pretty container than an old butter dish. Speaking of food, I did want to give you an update on the birch beer. The white birch beer does taste like the pink birch beer, and I then did some research, and it turns out birch beer comes in white, pink, and brown. I guess brown like root beer. And so it's, as soon as we opened the cap, it smelled exactly like I remembered, because it's been a long time since I had one, and it tasted very much the same as I remembered, except that it's white. And then one of our other friends left a message, maybe it was in my food group, the Kitchen Adventures, saying that they have a no caffeine version. So I need to check around next time I'm looking for it. Okay, Jelly Snowflake is up on my wall. It came back from the spa, and I didn't get a chance to show you that yesterday. It was sitting there, and so I'm going to zoom in. Ta-da! Put my head down here for a minute, but I'm going to zoom in for you to see. It is done with wonderful, Cindy and Dennis quilted it, and I'm going to try and get in close enough that you can see there's snowflakes. Look at those gorgeous snowflakes. I love this, and they did the perfect density for it. Look at that. So it's got several sizes of snowflakes, and they just turned out beautiful on there. Now, because I'm going to be doing a second Jelly Snowflake for the sew along, and I'm going to be using the pink background, you know, I may have them do the same pattern again, just because it looks so good. But I will see. You know, Cindy and Dennis, they may find something else that we want to try. I love to try them out, try different ones, and so they tend to do that with my quilts. I'll find something cool, and they're like, I wonder how this is going to look stitched out, and they'll, you know, they're really good at figuring that out. They're really good at figuring the thread color to use. So I just, you know, pretty much we go, they send me some ideas, and then we narrow it down, and then I'm like, okay, you pick the scale, you pick the thread color, because you're better at it than I am. I don't have to worry about that part. They do a good job. Okay, so you're gonna go get a bin, or 2 or 5 or 18 or bins, and get some of them cleaned up before the next organize, which is in a few days. You got a few days, but in each, less than a week though, less than a week between them, because there's 8 of these for the month. And do your out west block, and I will be sure you come to the group too, okay? Check down below for all the links. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. I'll see you online.